Welcome, graduates and guests. My name is Rachel Todd, and I'm the director of the Oregon Executive MBA program. I am pleased to announce that the 39th commencement of the Oregon Executive MBA is now underway. You may now take your seats. It is now my honor to introduce Bruce Blonigan, the Lundquist College of Business's Edward Miletus Dean.
Good afternoon, everyone. It's great to see you. Thank you, Rachel. And today's all about our graduates, but before I make my remarks, I want to take a moment to recognize you, Rachel. The vibrant program we have today and its strong connections to our alumni network and Portland community is certainly due to your outstanding leadership. A couple of months ago, Rachel let us know that she's retiring, and we have launched a search for a new director. We are going to deeply miss you, but we are also so appreciative of everything you have done and the strong and amazing program you have in place for our next leader. Please join me in thanking Rachel. My sense is this may come up a few times today, but please let us do that a little bit. Okay, it's my great honor and pleasure to be here today to share this special moment with our graduates, their family and friends, and our faculty and staff. The graduates of the Oregon Executive MBA program are very inspiring to me. You enter the program with a high level of prior experience and then pursue a degree while already busy with career and personal lives. The degree of difficulty and determination it takes to successfully complete this degree is truly impressive. We often think about the information you gain from content in the coursework as the value of the degree. But in a program like this, a substantial value comes from engaging with a set of already successful colleagues to explore and collaborate as you take on the course topics. We have large enough cohorts in the program to provide a diverse set of perspectives and experiences, but small enough to allow you to really build a strong community. This network of colleagues is an asset that you will have for your entire life, so cherish it and use it. I'm not just excited for you, but also for our entire community. The network of Oregon Executive MBA alumni is extensive and deep, providing substantial leadership across Portland and our region. We look to all of you to be leaders as well, at a time when our world needs good leadership now more than ever. Ambition, drive, and passion are characteristics that we often hear as qualities we want in a leader. But in a world of increasing polarization, these traits by themselves have begun to give me serious pause. I hope that your time in our program has helped you hone a more nuanced approach to leadership for the many complex problems that we face today. Ambition should be balanced with empathy and tolerance for others, while passion should be balanced by the ability to interrogate ideas with others dispassionately. And the business mindset is well suited for this balance. The incredible high or passion that comes from creating an idea for a new product or a startup must face the dispassionate rigor of market analysis and business planning. Decision-making in successful businesses comes from exploring many alternatives, inviting critical feedback, and finding solutions that serve the most people. My way or the highway rarely works in a business setting. So you are the current and future leaders for our community, and we're incredibly honored and proud that you chose us for your Executive MBA degree. As you take a culture of balance, community, inclusion, tolerance, and collaboration beyond the boundaries of this program to positively engage and impact other parts of our community, the world will be a better place. We will be cheering you on, and that will often come with a "Go Ducks." So I will now turn the podium over to someone who I just met the other day at a lunch. So impressive. And so this is so fun to be able to now have a little baton passing to Janessa Henry, who is one of our graduates. And she will introduce this year's very special commencement speaker. Thank you, Janessa.
Good to see you.
Good to see you.
Yes. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Janessa Henry, and it is an honor to be here to introduce our commencement speaker, Rachel Todd. Rachel Todd. Rachel is the heart of the Oregon Executive MBA program. She served as the director of the program since May of 2018. She has brought extensive experience to the role, having previously served as the Director of Operations at Pepperdine University's Grazia Dio Business School from 2009 to 2017. At the University of Oregon Executive MBA, her key focus areas have been developing and supporting the region's emerging leaders, growing the diversity of the program's student body, and fostering organizational growth and operational excellence within the program. While these are very important areas, it truly doesn't embody the impact and the legacy she has left on this program during her tenure here. She's led with intention, care, and an unwavering commitment to every student. Literally every single one of us has felt her support in a meaningful way. I can attest to this from the first time I met Rachel in my admissions interview when I was still unsure if I belonged here. Her thoughtful presence and genuine encouragement helped me to believe that I did. And since then, she's been a constant source of support and one of my biggest cheerleaders here. She's also known for her award-winning style. Seriously, she is always the best dressed in the room. And her ability to show up with both professionalism and personality was always a breath of fresh air. Having earned her own MBA while working full-time and raising a family, Rachel has firsthand experience of the challenges and growth we've all faced the last 2 years. This empathetic approach, paired with her enthusiasm of the program, enabled Rachel to cultivate long-term connections with students and alumni, even those who have graduated long before her time as a director. Rachel speaking today is truly a full circle moment. Her impact on this program and on each of us is undeniable, and we are also very grateful to have crossed paths with her on this journey we call life. So please join me in welcoming our incredible commencement speaker, Rachel Todd.
Whew. All right, well, good afternoon, everyone, again. Janessa, thank you so much for your kind words. It means so much to me. And I want to thank you all for being here to celebrate this extraordinary group, Class 39 of the Oregon Executive MBA. And graduates, this is your day, and I am deeply honored to be sharing it with you. Now, when you asked me to be your commencement speaker, I was humbled. It is a profound honor for me, not just because it's my final commencement in this role, but because of what you represent. I have had the privilege of walking beside you on this demanding journey, and I've been inspired by every single one of you. Now, I promise not to make this speech all about me, but I'd like to share a few experiences, not as a highlight reel, but as context. They helped shape the lessons that I want to leave you with today. So I grew up in Ashland, Oregon, a beautiful and rather sheltered town. When I left home to attend the University of Oregon, I had no idea how little I knew about the world or about myself. But like many of you, I was determined to explore. Now at the University of Oregon, I signed up for a 6 a.m. running class that met at the old Hayward Field. Rain or shine, we ran along the Willamette River and on the Prefontaines Trail. That class taught me more than how to run. It taught me patience, perseverance, and the value of simply putting one foot in front of the other, even when the path ahead is uncertain. Those early morning runs became a metaphor for so much of my life and career. Now, it was also at the University of Oregon where I got my first taste of meaningful work. I was hired as a student assistant at the U of O Law School, working under a remarkable woman named Lois Ackerman. I was terrified to apply and then shocked when I got the job. But Lois saw something in me. She mentored me with kindness, she trusted me with responsibility, and she made me feel like I belonged in that professional world. That experience changed how I saw myself. And for the first time, I realized I could make a difference and that I had skills beyond just academics. I didn't know then that Lois would continue to shape my life from afar. Many years later, when I was offered a job I desperately wanted, it was Lois's glowing recommendation that helped tip the scales. And even after Lois passed away, her influence lived on. She spent 50 years supporting students and retired at the age of 80. There is an endowed scholarship in her name. And I think of her often, especially today. I know that Lois is looking on us down here today, and she's happy to hear that I've returned to work for the University of Oregon. But she's also a little disappointed that I'm retiring at such a young age. And Bruce, I am really sorry if you're hearing this for the first time. But after 2 years as a pre-med major at the University of Oregon, which I had chosen not out of a passion for medicine, but because I didn't know what else was out there, I eventually dropped out. I packed up everything I owned into my 1970 VW Bug and moved to Portland without a job and no plan. That decision felt like a failure at the time, but it ended up being a turning point because sometimes life has a way of rerouting us, not to punish us, but to point us towards where we really belong. So why share these stories with you? Because I know many of you have your own running in the rain moments or your own lowest figures, those unexpected experiences and mentors that shaped who you are. Your journey through this program has been more than a series of assignments, deadlines, and Zoom calls. It's been a journey of self-discovery. You came here with goals to grow and to stretch, to prepare for what's next, but in the process, you have come to see yourselves differently. You have tapped into new strengths, reawakened old dreams, and uncovered leadership potential that was always there. It was just waiting to be claimed. You've also built something extraordinary. Together, a support system rooted in shared ambition, mutual respect, and deep connection. You celebrated each other, lifted one another up, and in doing so made this program far more than an academic credential. And of course, you embraced the power of mentorship, learning from each other, from faculty, from alumni, and from the voices of experience that you met along the way. But more importantly, many of you have become mentors yourselves. You've offered guidance, empathy, and support, and in doing so, you have multiplied your impact. Now, at a recent alumni event, we heard from an executive recruiter that the things that make us human, our sense of purpose, our creativity, our agency, are also the qualities that define the best leaders. Your MBA isn't just a degree. It's a springboard for that kind of leadership. Now, I just want to talk a little bit more about the values of resilience, the power of mentorship, the importance of self-discovery, and the strength of community. These are not just buzzwords. They're the cornerstones of both professional success and personal fulfillment. Let's start with resilience. Each of you has had your own detours, balancing careers and families and classes and questioning whether this MBA was the right step. But here you are. You didn't quit. You found a way forward, and that's resilience. That is leadership. Next, mentorship. I owe much of who I am to mentors like Lois Ackerman, people who saw something in me before I saw it in myself. They opened doors, gave me chances, and reminded me of my own potential, even when I couldn't see it clearly. You've experienced that here too, from faculty who pushed you to dig a little bit deeper, to classmates who became trusted sounding boards. Let this remind you of the responsibility and the privilege of being both a mentor and a mentee. Don't stop seeking wisdom, and don't withhold it when you have it to share. Self-discovery. It's a lifelong process. It took me over a decade and a couple of big career pivots to finally realize that education, not medicine, not TV production, was my true calling. I went back to college when I was 28 and earned my bachelor's degree at 30. And then, 20 years later, I set out to earn my own MBA again at the age of 50. At each stage, I thought, wow, I am late. But you know what? I wasn't. I was just right on time for my path. Many of you have pursued this degree while juggling 1,000 responsibilities, not because it was convenient, you did it because it was important. And in doing so, you likely discovered new parts of yourself, capacity to lead, to collaborate, to innovate. That kind of learning never ends. And finally, community. What makes this program so special isn't just the coursework, it's the camaraderie, the shared struggle, the Friday night laughs and the group texts and the last-minute study sessions. It's the way you've shown up for each other. I have watched you lift one another up in ways that will stay with me long after I retire. I even got my first ride on a motorcycle thanks to a certain Scott Anderson. And these aren't just memories, they're bonds. They're your professional village, and they'll carry you forward. So as you walk forward from here, I'd like to leave you with 4 lessons that have resonated in my life, lessons that echo in your stories too. Listen to your heart. Your instincts are powerful. Trust them. Explore boldly. You have so many talents waiting to be uncovered. Don't stop growing now. Seek and give mentorship. People like Lois change lives. Be someone's Lois. And finally, persevere. It's not a sprint. It's one foot in front of the other, and you're never running alone. So, Class 39, I could not be prouder of you. I've learned from you, laughed with you, and been moved by your strength and camaraderie. You've enriched my final years in this role in ways that I will carry with me always. And though I'm retiring, this isn't goodbye. I'll still be in your corner, cheering you on, making introductions, or simply catching a cup of coffee. So go forward with courage, compassion, and confidence. Class 39, let's go Ducks. Thank you and congratulations. It is now my pleasure to introduce Jane Gordon, Vice President for the U of O Portland.
Well, I'm really going to miss you. So along with being your amazing director, recruiting you, supporting you, Rachel's also been an incredible colleague for everyone at the University of Oregon in Portland. We're a little campus where we really need to work together and collaborate, be both on campus doing that as well as in the community, and you have been the most amazing, supportive, incredible colleague, and I actually am been in denial until today, and now I feel really sad. But happy for you, because I'm trying to be gracious. Now, on behalf of the Oregon Executive MBA Class of 2025, I want to thank you by presenting you with a symbol of appreciation. We're grateful for you and your remarks today. Let me find what I'm giving you. Oh, it's heavy. I don't know what it is. Should we... Well, congratulations, graduates. It's a complete pleasure to be here to celebrate with you. What a day. It really is a big deal. Huge. Don't downplay it. Don't be casual about it. Truly appreciate it. So much work went into your reaching this moment. And what a year. You were the first students to break in our new auditorium and other places on campus. We appreciated your patience as we addressed campus launching challenges. Your generosity of spirit sets a sturdy foundation and will be your legacy. And the way that you worked as a cohort brought the UO school spirit to our new campus. Thank you. And there will always be a place for you at the UO Portland campus and as a duck. So I hope you feel pride in your time here and embrace your new role as a UO alum. Now, the moment we've been waiting for, the recognition of graduates. It is my honor to announce the awarding of the Master of Business Administration degrees. Will the first row of graduates please stand as you are able? So, they start working. Okay. Kirsten Aaron Agard. Scott M. Anderson. Yeah, make noise, it's okay. Congratulations, congratulations.
Thank you.
Marchess Lemoyne Armstrong. Congratulations. Morgan R. Armstrong. Check. Congratulations. I got to keep track of who I called here. Okay. Aaron C. Askren. You just have to get someone tall to do the hooding. Like, could you imagine me doing that right now? That would be really bad. Congratulations. Aaron Bothwell. Congratulations. Congratulations. Nicholas R. Buell. Those are great shoes. Yeah. Jessica Renee Campbell. Hey, don't worry about children being loud either. Let them enjoy it. It's okay. Yeah. Congratulations. Benjamin L. Clayton. Congratulations. Bradley Lawrence Coffey. Yeah. You're gonna strangle you. Congratulations. Devin Michael Cooley. Congratulations. Brenda DeMuro. Congratulations. Joseph Charles Dorff. Go Bears. Is that what you should do? Sean Shaheen Amazude. Almost. I know he's just like ready to strangle people. All right, congratulations. Rainier B. Evans. Congratulations. Morgan Lynette Garrettson. Congratulations. Joseph M. Gonzalez. Congratulations. Samantha Nicole Graham. Congratulations. Glynis G.R. Green. Congratulations. Christopher M. Grover. You must be like the comedians. Congratulations. Okay, settle down. Janessa Shanae Henry. I'll pull your hair out for the pictures.
Yes, thank you.
I'm going to call someone who isn't here, but you can cheer for him in absentia, Matthew A. Hogan. Ross Patterson Kanega. Oh, he's still there. Congratulations. Curtis F. Keller. Congratulations. Kelly C.K. Knowles. Congratulations. One of the nice things about it being a small class is giving everyone the chance to really be in the spotlight. So thank you for your patience as we read the names kind of slowly, but it's great. Okay, Michael Locke Lee. Congratulations. Dallas Lund. Congratulations. Aubrey K. Manus. Get a wave to everybody. Congratulations. Rachel McGinn. Yeah, congratulations. Ellison Nicole Miller. So fun. Congratulations. Brandon A. Morris. Congratulations. Karen Ann Arsavsky Bar Shalom. Nathan Rader. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Christopher S. Reed. Congratulations. Juan M. Rivera.
B-A-Y-T-T.
Congratulations. Juan Guillermo Ruiz. Jillian R. Saladin. Michael Francis Scorchio. Congratulations. Myla Edith Sepulveda. Congratulations. Masamba Ayende Sinclair. Congratulations. Oh my God, we need a picture of that. We need like an instant replay so Jack could capture that. You want to do it again? No? Okay, Mara Stoka. Congratulations. Eric James Turner. Congratulations. Candace Walker. Congratulations. Brenda Jo Weiler. Congratulations. The W's always wait till the end of graduation. You're always the last ones, right? It's good. Save the best. Susanna Williams. Kenneth J. Wood. Congratulations. Okay, we're going to do two things now. First, one more big round of applause for our graduates. And now I'm going to ask the graduates to stand if you're able, turn, and applaud all of your supporters who saw you through this journey. They're all graduating today, too, and I expect you to immediately become more attentive to them. It is now my pleasure to introduce Amanda Fontenot, Associate Director of Student Experience for the recognition of Beta Gamma Sigma and veterans.
Congratulations, you made it. So proud of you all. I have the pleasure of honoring two groups of students. The first group of our students is the group with scholastic excellence, has placed themselves in the top 20% of their class and are invited to join Beta Gamma Sigma Scholastic Honorary. This year's members are, and when I say your name, please stand, Devin Michael Cooley, Sean Shaheen Imadaze, sorry. Dang it. Morgan Lynette Garrettson. Ross Patterson Kanega. Dallas Lund. Rachel McGinn. Brandon Morrison. Mara Stoika. Brenda Jo Wheeler. The next group of students I would like to honor are our military veterans and active duty military members. Please stand when I call your name. Marches Lemoyne Armstrong. Aaron C. Askren. Nicholas R. Buell. Benjamin L. Clayton. Matthew A. Hogan, who could not be here today. Aubrey K. Maines. Christopher S. Reed. Oh. Jessica Renee Campbell. Thank you for your service. Now, Caitlin Biddle will introduce today's first class commentator.
Each year, the graduating class selects 2 fellow students to serve as class commentators. Each commentator shares their experience of the program and celebrates the success of the entire cohort. I feel so incredibly fortunate to have gotten to know this wonderful group of students as they were contemplating their educational futures and applying to the Oregon Executive MBA program. It has been incredibly fulfilling to see them grow from their first day of immersion to the completion of the program. I am so excited to see you continue to thrive in your personal and professional lives. Our first class commentator is Kelly Knowles. She is a double duck, a mom of two, and was born and raised in Portland. I first met Kelly on the phone when I saw that she had started an application to the Oregon Executive MBA program. In that call, I offered to be a support for her throughout the information gathering and application process, and in the absolute kindest way possible, I pretty much got a, "Thanks, but I got this." It was so clear to me as I worked with Kelly throughout the admissions and onboarding process that she was so confident, would be a fantastic teammate and leader, and that she had found the Executive MBA program at the right time. The last thing I wrote about Kelly after we concluded her admissions interview was, "I am so excited that Kelly might join us," with 2 exclamation points. I continue to be impressed by Kelly's openness and energy that she brought to the program. Kelly is the Director of Operations at Skylab, a role which she learned about through a fellow MBA classmate. She started her role during the first term of the program. Please welcome Kelly Knowles, MBA 2025.
This is a serious day. So I'd like to open with a quote from the 1990s hip-hop group House of Pain. Pack it up, pack it in. Let me begin. One word, Masamba. Many of us here know Masamba. We know him to be a quiet man, a shy man, a man of few opinions. He told me that if he had the chance to speak up here today, he was going to spend the entire 7 minutes doing a dramatic reading from his a screenplay to his favorite movie, Jurassic Park. A rumination on the hubris of man. An exploration of our relentless pursuit to control a world that refuses to be tamed. So I am doing a reading today in honor of Masamba. I will be playing Dr. Ian Malcolm, as portrayed by Jeff Goldblum. So please give me a second to get into character. You stood on the shoulders of geniuses to accomplish something as fast as you could. And before you even knew what you had, you packaged it and patented it and slapped it on a plastic lunchbox and you're selling it. You want to sell it. Your scientists were so preoccupied with whether or not they could that they didn't stop to think if they should. Round of applause for Masamba. I'll now attempt a bold narrative pivot to prove to you that Jurassic Park is a metaphor, a tenuous metaphor for the Oregon Executive MBA experience. Chaos theory, as championed by Dr. Malcolm in Jurassic Park, says that small, unpredictable events can trigger massive, nonlinear outcomes. I only ended up in this program because I was laid off from my job at exactly the right moment. Despite being disenchanted with that job and unsure of my career trajectory at that time, I never would have left that job on my own. And I also somehow managed to momentarily ignore my screaming imposter syndrome long enough to apply and interview for the OE MBA with Rachel and Caitlin. I was pretty scared about this program. I was afraid that I wouldn't be able to hack it, and incredibly intimidated knowing I'd be alongside corporate giants, such as the director of marketing from Cotopaxi. Hi, Eric. Or the CEO of Life Flight Network. Hi, Ben. Business school is a breeding ground for imposter syndrome. Everybody speaks in acronyms, and meanwhile, I'm over here just trying to remember what EBITDA stands for. I did learn it. It stands for earnings before IDA. It was just really easy to assume that everyone else gets it. But behind closed doors, on the walk steering breaks, team messages during class, and in late night texts, I learned the truth from my classmates. Almost all of us wondered if we were faking it, and it turned out we were all just figuring it out together. One of the most valuable things I learned from this program is that imposter syndrome isn't about truth, it's about stories. And these stories don't come out of nowhere. They are shaped by the environments we come from that reward certainty over questioning, performance over process. And because we very rarely say them out loud, our stories grow stronger in silence. And imposter syndrome thrives on silence. The great things about stories is that they can be rewritten. And instead of just accepting the story I've been telling myself, I began to examine it. And I realized that I didn't necessarily have to believe everything I thought about myself. I also realized that imposter syndrome isn't evidence of inadequacy. It's often a sign that we're growing and that we're on the edge of something new. And when we're on the edge of something new, things can get extremely uncomfortable. I remember at the start of our first econ class, Glenn told us that we should expect to be uncomfortable and expect to feel confused. And he wasn't wrong. And I loved that reminder, not only that that was an acceptable part of the process, but a crucial part. The crux of building something new is first breaking down what we thought we knew, and that can make the ground we stand on feel very unsteady. If we're not consistently experiencing some level of discomfort or even fear, then we're probably not pushing ourselves hard enough toward actual growth. I almost forgot how much I love to learn and how to embrace how disarming it can feel, and how much easier it is to grow when you're not doing it alone. This program gave me so much knowledge and so many new frameworks for approaching the professional world, but most importantly, it gave me people. That was not the part I thought I was going to cry. That was much sooner. People who reminded me I wasn't alone in feeling lost. People who shared notes, sent pep talks, stayed up late working through slide decks and strategy problems, who talked through finance homework, helped each other through concepts and problems without judgment when we were at our most vulnerable. And more than anything, I'll carry the friendships. The real ones, the kind not just forged in classrooms, but in walks between sessions, games of slapjack on coffee breaks, during Zoom calls, on Teams and WhatsApp threads that somehow turned into lifelines. The kind of friendships built over dinners in warm Singapore nights, fake marriages to avoid a luggage checking fee, singing karaoke in Portland, and trying to find a place to sing karaoke in Saigon, but somehow continuing to be given directions to brothels. I found people who made me feel less alone in my questions and more grounded in who I was becoming. People who reminded me what it feels like to be seen, to be supported, and to laugh so hard you cry, sometimes in the middle of a team meeting. We'll see each other again. but we'll never be all together in quite the same way again. That's the strange magic of a moment like this. It's both an ending and a beginning. I do want to take a moment to say that we didn't get here alone. To the families, partners, and friends, and kids who supported us, who sacrificed time with us, picked up the slack at home, and believed in us even when we didn't. Thank you. You were a part of this journey too. Hi to my family, and hi specifically to Mac and Kitch and Benny and Daphne. So, as we step into whatever's next, here's what I'll carry. Belonging doesn't come from knowing all the answers. It comes from showing up anyway and being willing to struggle, from asking the questions, from letting people see the version of you that doesn't have it all figured out, and realizing that they still choose to be around you. That's where our story begins to change. I don't know what comes next. So to quote Jurassic Park one last time, in the famous words of Dr. Arnold, hold on to your butts. Thank you.
Kelly, you'll... I think I'm turning it off. There we go. Kelly, you'll always have an option to be a Jeff Goldblum impersonator. I'm assuming that will always be available to you. It is my pleasure to introduce this year's valedictorian. I wasn't able to teach this year's graduating class, my loss, not yours, because I was on sabbatical a few years ago and financial accounting waits for nobody. But I really enjoyed getting to know many of you in this class last fall on the global trip. Over those 10 days, this individual, who is the valedictorian, really stuck out to me in two ways. First, her intellectual acumen, as evidenced by her general preparedness and keen questioning. And two, her genuine kindness. Those are two pretty rare attributes that go together, maybe not necessarily in this class, but in the world. That is true. So, Rachel McGinn is the Oregon Executive MBA Class of 2025 valedictorian. Congratulations. Didn't come up. Not yet. In a moment, Rachel will announce the winners of the program's Juliana Sowash Excellence in Teaching Award. Each year, students in the graduating class vote for two faculty members who made the largest impact on their experience at the Oregon Executive MBA. Because this award truly represents the voice of our students, it is especially meaningful for the faculty members who receive it. You may be wondering about the name of the award. Who is Juliana Sowash? Juliana Sowash served as the executive director of the Oregon Executive MBA program for nearly 24 years. From 1995 to 2019. To put that into perspective, when Juliana was started in 1995, the program's 9th class was just graduating. And here we are watching the 39th class graduate. Under Juliana's leadership, the program grew and thrived in several locations in the Beaverton-Hillsboro area before landing in downtown Portland. By the time Juliana retired in 2019, the program boasted more than 1,000 business leaders among its graduates. Now, 6 years later, that group is more than 1,300 strong. Through her role developing these leaders, Juliana made a real impact on the economy of the Portland region, the state of Oregon, and well beyond. By naming the annual faculty award after her, we honor the work Juliana did to build the Oregon Executive MBA program as you know today. And now I turn it over to our valedictorian, Rachel McGinn, who will announce this year's winners of the prestigious Juliana Excellence in Teaching Award.
I'm all of a sudden very parched. May I have some of this water? Before I begin with the Amazing Teacher Awards, which you all will not be surprised by, I want to take a moment to reflect on what this journey has meant and to recognize the people who made it possible. To the faculty and staff, thank you for your time, your wisdom, and your commitment. You didn't just teach us, you believed in us. You challenged us and helped us grow. To my year one team, Team Burnside, to Dallas and Nathan, Juan and Mara, and my year two team, Team 7, Sean, Morgan Garrettson, Joe, and Brenda Wheeler. This honor belongs to all of us. I stand here because of what we built together. Thank you for your partnership, the long nights, the thoughtful conversations, the way you showed up every single time, and most of all, for your friendship. You made this experience so rich. To my beloved Stantec family, thank you for your encouragement, your support, and welcoming all the ideas I brought back from this program. You've helped bring all of these lessons to life. And to my family, to Matt and Emma and Ryan, you are my heart and you are my why. Thank you for your love, your sacrifices, your patience, and your belief in me. You are my everything. And finally, to the entire class 39, what an honor it has been to learn alongside of each of you. We've shared long weekends, big ideas, and a whole lot of laughter. You've inspired me every single step of the way. This community is something really special, and I am so proud to be a part of it. All right, let's get on to these teacher awards. It's my honor to present the Juliana Soash Excellence in Teaching Awards. Our first recipient will be no surprise to you, Deb Bauer. Although Deb is not able to be with us today, her impact is deeply felt, not just in what we learned, but in how we learned it. We had the privilege of spending 4 weekends with Deb, and that time laid the groundwork for everything. She didn't just teach us finance, she gave us a foundation to build on and made a complex subject approachable, even when it felt really intimidating. Deb's dedication to her students and to her craft was unmistakable. Her clarity, her patience, and passion lit up the room. She made us better thinkers, and more importantly, she reminded us that care and rigor go hand in hand. Deb holds a PhD in finance from the University of Oregon, and her work has been published in top journals, including the Journal of Financial and Quantitative Analysis. She has taught corporate finance, investments, and financial institutions, equipping countless students with tools to lead with confidence in the financial world. Beyond all of that, it was the way that Deb showed up with her students, for us, that left a lasting impression. Her teaching was a steady light, and we are all better for having learned from her. Please join me, even in her absence, in recognizing Deb Bauer as a recipient of this year's Juliana Soash Excellence in Teaching Award. Our second recipient of the Juliana Soash Excellence in Teaching Award is Glenn Waddell. Glenn met us at the starting line. His course in managerial economics was our first real dive into this program. And later in data and business decisions, he reminded us that the questions we ask matter just as much, if not more, than the answers we find. Glenn has a way of making you sit with uncertainty. He invites you to wrestle with it. Well, it depends became something of a class motto, and it wasn't a cop-out, it was a challenge. A challenge to think critically, to push beyond the surface, and to understand that real insight comes from grappling with complexity. After our second class with Glenn, he sent an email that I've carried with me. He wrote, "Thinking seriously about inference and belief, it can create dissonance at times, as we're often playing with fragile concepts. But it is fun working through it with people who engage and who let me learn from them and about them in the process." That right there captures what makes Glenn such a remarkable teacher: his humility, his curiosity, and his belief that learning is a shared experience. I replied to him privately. I wrote, "Thank you for guiding me through 2 challenging and insightful classes. None of it came easy to me. And that's why I'm here. Learning is a practice. Both classes inspired me to push my boundaries, to keep asking questions, and to never stop being a healthy skeptic." Glenn holds a PhD in economics from UC Davis, and his research touches on health, education, and labor economics, topics that influence real lives in real ways. He's published some of the top journals in his field, but what I'll remember most is how he helped us sharpen our thinking, question our assumptions, and find our footing, even when the ground felt really shaky. Glenn, thank you for meeting us right where we were and for pushing us to think harder, ask better questions, and sit with the tension that comes with growth. Please join me, Class 39, in recognizing Glenn Waddell as a recipient of this year's Juliana Sowash Excellence in Teaching Award. Oh, Glenn, you gotta come up. You gotta come up. Yeah, I have something for you. On behalf of Class 39, thank you so much.
You were kind. Appreciate that. I'm not gonna take any time other than I have a few questions for Ken. Good afternoon. Not going to go very far here because I am proud to be able to introduce the second class commentator, Rachel McGinn. I've been fortunate enough to get to know Rachel a little bit during her time in the program, and as you all just saw, it does not take long to realize she is a special person. She's kind, she's generous, and sincerely cares about it all. About doing her best in class, seeing how your day is actually going, helping classmates however she can, and quite frankly, giving anyone a little boost that may need it. Every student completes a capstone project in their second year, and I was fortunate enough to sit in on Rachel's final presentation. And all of the good stuff that I was just talking about was there in full force. The energy behind her idea, the yearning to connect with community, and the full-throated nature by which she advocates for people to follow their creative passions. Her idea is a good one, too. And if anyone is interested in community building initiative that is making art available to everyone, I strongly encourage you to seek Rachel out to learn more about it and see how you might be able to be involved. She is just the kind of person who can bring this idea to fruition. So with that, please welcome back Rachel McGinn, our second class commentator.
Hi again. Let me get out the second one here. Well, good afternoon, everyone. It's an incredible honor to be standing here. Class 39, like all of you, I've spent the past 20 months balancing work, family, school, and the 50 tabs open in my brain at any given moment. So to be standing here now, having crossed the finish line, this is something I want to savor for a moment. To the faculty and staff, thank you for challenging us, encouraging us, and showing up with such commitment. You created a space where we could grow, question, and stretch ourselves in ways that will stay with us long after today. To our friends and colleagues, thank you for your patience and support while we balanced classes, team projects, and deadlines with everything else that life threw our way. And to our families, thank you for your love, your sacrifices, and your belief in us, even when we doubted ourselves. We could not have done this without you. This was not a solo journey, and we are here because of the community that stood beside us. Thank you. There's a question I have been asked over and over lately. So, what's next? And to be honest, I hate that question. It's the kind of question that assumes that I should know, that I should have a big move lined up, a 5-year plan, a perfectly packaged next step, and if I don't, then what? Did I miss something? The truth is, I don't know. And sometimes that makes me feel like I'm behind, like I missed a memo, like maybe I didn't think this all the way through. Fear creeps in. Doubt follows. Wait, am I behind? Should I have a plan by now? But then I remind myself, that's not why I did this. I didn't do this for a title. I didn't do this for a LinkedIn announcement or any accolade. I didn't pursue this to prove something to anyone. I did this for me. I did this because I love learning, because I wanted to challenge myself, because I wanted to grow, to lead better, think deeper, and be more intentional in how I show up in the world, to sharpen my skills and rediscover a spark, a voice, a sense of purpose. This journey was not about checking a box. It was about showing up for myself. And I did wonder at times, am I too old for this? Is it too late? But I learned something important. There's no timeline. Despite what the world tries to tell us, we're not running someone else's race. There's no perfect age, stage, or station in life for growth. Things happen when you're ready to make them happen. Some of us took winding paths to get here. Some of us stopped and started again. Every obstacle, every detour added something. It shaped who we are and made us ready to take on this journey. So no, I don't know exactly what's next yet. And you know what? That's okay. Because sometimes the bravest, most important thing you can do is admit that you don't know and keep going anyway. Maybe something big is ahead. Maybe I'll go to Disneyland. What I do know is this. I'm gonna keep pushing myself. I'm gonna keep challenging the status quo. I'm gonna keep being kind, working hard, relentlessly pursuing excellence, seeking truth, making mistakes, failing, learning, and showing up again and again. That's where the good stuff is. That's where character is built. The struggle, it matters. Don't be afraid of it. Don't try to skip it. That's where your grit comes from. That's where you become the kind of leader that people remember. Not because you were the loudest or the most impressive, but because you showed up when it counted and you were a joy to be around. Be the leader you wish you had. Don't be concerned with being well known. Be someone worth knowing. Color outside the lines. Push the boundaries. Be curious. Ask questions. Don't let this moment define you. Let it refine you. You made it through something really demanding. You kept going when it would have been easier to stop. You all stayed. Through doubt, through exhaustion, through all the things that life threw at you, you kept going. That's resilience. And that's what leadership looks like. What's next? I used to think that question meant I needed a fully mapped out plan. But now I hear it differently. What's next is not a test. It's an invitation to keep becoming, to stay curious, to move forward with purpose, not pressure. You made it, Class 39, and you earned this. This moment matters. Let it remind you that you are capable of hard things and that you don't owe anyone a perfect answer to the question, what's next? Congratulations, Class 39. Whatever does come next, be bold, be messy, and be relentless. Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much, Rachel. And Class 39, I'm grateful for having had the opportunity to support and get to know this group of smart, accomplished, successful, compassionate individuals. You've made my role here at the Oregon Executive MBA so meaningful. Now, I want you to know, I realize mine is the last name on the program, and I'm the one thing standing between you and a glass of champagne with your loved ones and people that are here to support you. But I do need to make a few comments here to recognize the people that have helped support your journey. So before sending you off to toss caps and break bread with family, I would be remiss if I didn't take a moment to thank the special individuals in our community who have made your journey possible. I'd like to start by thanking Brendan Julio, the program's academic director. I'd like to acknowledge the other members of our amazing academic committee who helped shape the direction of the Oregon Executive MBA. Angie Davis, Scott Jenkins, Nagesh Murthy, Andrew Nelson, Michael Martintellis, and Kyle Peterson. Next, I'd like to recognize the remaining faculty and coaches who are joining us here today. Charlie Bame Aldred, Scott Chambers, Connor Henderson, Kathy Long-Holland, Glenn Waddell, Ed Warnock, and Linda Weston, I see you out there. And next, I want to acknowledge the Oregon Executive MBA staff, a group of passionate individuals who are defined by excellence. You will not find a team more committed to student success. These folks do all the things, and each deserves to be acknowledged for their role in your journey. In alphabetical order, I'd like us all to thank Kit Alderdice, Keaton Andres, Carrie Brunson, Amanda Fontenot, Katrina Loganamothe, Wendy Sierra, and Nana Tuffin. And there's other folks I want to acknowledge that you may not even have noticed. It's our amazing behind-the-scenes tech support who manage the complexities of our classroom technology and honestly make us all look good. Doug Burzell, Sean Curtin, David Nidbornik, Clayton O'Brien, Amelia Straub, and Susan Bang. Class 39, we are honored to have played a part in preparing you for the many challenges and rewards that lie ahead. We hope that we have instilled in you a desire to make a difference and to inspire others to do the same. And we hope to continue being part of your lives. Please know that we are proud of you and accept our warmest congratulations on this special occasion. I want to thank the family, friends, and corporate sponsors here today for sharing in this important celebration of accomplishment. And on behalf of the Oregon Executive MBA and the University of Oregon, congratulations to the graduates. And now, oh, wait a minute, we have a very special guest here today. They're going to be leading the Class 39 recessional this afternoon. Graduates, can you please stand and recess?